how I'm about to roll this conversation out, but I feel like I know as I channel this message for you today that there will be some moments where you feel empowered, there will be moments where you feel called out, there will be moments where you feel like, who are you talking to, Cass? I'm talking to you. Because really what this energy is about reclaiming what's rightfully yours. So in today's channel message, as I unpack this, the more I go into it, the deeper I get into it, I want you to realize that this message is given to you out of love. It is given to you out of understanding that your journey is specifically yours and that you have the power to align with the path that gives you the highest level of living that you could possibly ask for. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, a lot of y'all see the throne. A lot of y'all see what's already out there for you, but you're ignoring it. I feel like a lot of you believe that not only are you not ready, but a lot of you believe that you cannot handle the responsibility. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you gotta shut that down. You have to shut that down, collective, because see what's actually happening is the more that you say, oh, I'm not ready for that level of responsibility. Oh, I don't want this part of my life to end yet, the part that you're currently in. The more that you say like, hey, this isn't for me, the more you shut doors that God has opened up for you, collective. I need you to tap into this. I'm not even playing with y'all right now because really what I'm seeing is that there is a huge opportunity here for you to shift your life, to shift your style, to shift anything that's coming to you for good. And you're just walking away from it. And collective, I'm going to tell you right now, when you least feel ready for it is when you're actually most ready for it. Tap in. I think a lot of you are coming from a place of like imposter syndrome. And you truly don't feel like you're good enough. You don't feel like you have the skills. I'm telling you right now, collective, you do. And you got to move away from that. You have to move away from it. It is not beneficial for you. So as I'm seeing you walk in this path of divine alignment, collective, the other thing that I'm seeing is, wheel of fortune in reverse. Yeah, like I just said, a lot of you are feeling like you don't belong. A lot of you are feeling like this is not the space for you, that you are undeserving of it, that you're not ready for it, that you don't have the know-how, that you don't that you just don't have a collective. And I'm telling you right now, like, this mindset that you have right now, I believe a lot of that is placed upon you for a myriad of reasons. One, because of the energy that is upon us, not just in this country, but globally. We all know that this shift is happening. We all know for a fact that this is about to be this global shift that we're feeling, collective, you are a part of it. And I know that it's so much bigger than you, that you almost feel like, what can I do to change? What can I do to change the world? How can I do this? And I'm just like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh my gosh. Hey, y'all, I see y'all coming in. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Wanted to make sure that until my moderators can get in here and take care of business, I'm going to make sure I can take care of business and keep this chat safe. Because the fact of the matter is that's actually a really good point that person brung up. If they could buy the tools, collective, tap in. Okay, collective, let's tap into this message. If someone believed that they could buy the tools that you have inherited, that you live, the skills that you've learned, the lessons that you learned, right? If somebody copies you point from point, they still could not give what you give, collective. They still could not accomplish what you accomplish, collective. Tap in. If you joined me on my conversation yesterday where I broke down the Layla Ali and Clarissa Shields inheriting birthright conversation, then you'll recognize that you can train the same. You can have the same conversations with the same people. And at the end of the day, there will be nobody that can copy what you have, because the way that you digest and give that information back out into the world is totally different. It's a different type of frequency. And I feel like a lot of y'all, collective, tap in, are scared of the fact that you are a standout and not a stand in. We got to shift away from that with the Wheel of Fortune being in reverse here. Yeah, a lot of you feel like that some of y'all might feel like you keep going through the same cycles, but you don't know how to get out of it. I'm telling you right now, the way you get out of it, you got to talk to yourself. You got to have a conversation with yourself. You have to recognize, oh, look, the Five of Cups right here in reverse. You got to recognize that there's a cycle that you continuously get into. And sometimes you don't even recognize that it is the cycle that you're in until things start falling at your feet. And you don't know why you keep in and up in the same story over and over again. Collective, tap in. Oh my gosh. I'm telling y'all, collective, when I started this conversation, I said I knew for a fact that you were about to inherit something big in your birthright season. But one of the things that and when people think that or hear that, they're like, oh, I'm about to receive these blessings. Yes, you are. But a part of receiving those blessings and going into your blessing season is the fact that you have to get out of old mindsets. Hi, Leslie. You've got to get out of old mindsets, collective. Tap in. Hey, beautiful soul, tap in. This Five of Cups in reverse is telling me that a lot of you are still stuck in your old mindset. And you know what? I don't fault you. It takes a long time to get out of those mindsets. It takes a long time to get out of limiting beliefs. It's not like, I want you to think about your journey. I want you to think about how much you've been ripping and running around this life, right, of yours, this version of your life, right? That's thing on my nerves. And I want you to recognize how long it took you to recognize or prune a seed or a plant that has been planted in you a long time ago, right? And you're like, oh, it finally makes sense, right? I feel like a lot of you see the sense that things are making, and at the end of the day, you're still choosing to go back to what's comfortable. Oh, a lot of comfortability here, collective. This Wheel of Fortune in reverse. A lot of comfortability for you, collective. Oh, no, you can't. Listen, we're talking about inheriting your birthrights, right? We're talking about spiritually, emotionally, psychologically. We're talking about inheriting your blessings. We're talking about taking what has been bestowed upon you and multiplying it, collective. And you're telling me right now that because you are stuck in this moment that feels comfortable for you, because you don't believe that you actually have the power to change the trajectory of not only your life, but others' life, that you're choosing not to step into your divine authority. Tap in, collective. I'm pulling you out of that. I'm pulling you out of that right now. How dare you? How dare you disrespect yourself like that? Oh, yes. I'm talking to you. How dare you disrespect yourself like that? Especially because everybody can see the gifts that you have except for you. Or maybe you see it and you're scared to accept that these are your gifts. I know a lot of you are scared to say, oh, you're like, oh my gosh, it's just too much. No, never too much, never too much. That's not the case. Impossible. Some of y'all might actually be scared, and that Five of Cups ended right back up here. Some of y'all might be scared because of what people are saying about you, because what your family believes about you. Some of you are stuck in toxic cycles of religion, toxic cycles of spirituality, toxic cycles of culture that your family keeps cycling in and out over and over again. I keep saying, like, we are going into the holiday season, so many of you will be around family, not just your family, but other people's families as well, collective, and you will be challenged. You will be put in positions where you might feel like you have to defend yourself. You might feel like you have to say something. You might feel energetically pulled to get out of there. Collective, I'm telling you right now, this Wheel of Fortune and this Five of Cups in reverse, yeah. I'm feeling a lot of you feel stuck, like you can't reach your throne. But I'm telling you right now, hey there, I'm telling you right now, collective, the throne is there for you. The throne is there for you. Oh, we got a lot of cards. Look, the Fool. Yes, the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. This Knight of Cups coming out immediately lets me know. Yeah, a lot of you have an emotional, like, some of you are emotionally blocked. Some of you are really telling yourself. I feel like some of you might actually be opening up your mouth throughout the day and saying, no, I can't do this. It's not for me, Cass. It's too much. I'm not going to be able to handle this. Oh my gosh, collective. I feel it. I feel it. And you know what's crazy? A lot of y'all will plant this seed. A lot of y'all will tell yourselves, okay, this is what I want. This is what I desire. This is what I need. This is what has to happen. I feel like a lot of y'all will absolutely do that. Then once it's time for you to take that throne, once it's time for you to show up, you back up. You back up. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, sir. The crown is literally waiting there for you. Ooh, collective. Oh, I love this energy. I feel like there needs to be a wall that's broken. I hope that during this message I empower you to look at what you've been doing to yourself, for yourself. Yeah, treasure, store, marketplace, open, assembly, putting together. I'm telling you, collective, I'm telling you, you have been psyching yourself out for way too long. And it's starting to show up in a way where you cannot ignore. Your spiritual guides, your ancestors, God Almighty is calling you to the forefront and saying, this is your birthright. This is something that is for you. These blessings are for you. Your healing gifts are for you. Why do you keep turning away from them? Why do you keep running from something that is God-given? When I talk about living an intentional life, it is recognizing when you are turning away from the very thing you have asked about, that you've asked for. Like, really? Oh my gosh, collective. When I started out this conversation, I was just like, I don't even really know. I don't even really know what's going on with the collective. I feel like there's like this misstep, there's this point of contention for the collective where they're not really tapping into what they have. And so now that I'm seeing this, it's time for me to say something to you, collective. You got to get rid of that old thinking. You truly have the power and the gifts. This is your birthright season. And the throne waits for you. Look, the throne is waiting for you. The staff is waiting for you. It's King of Wands. This is absolutely, positively the place that you need to be. Yes, I agree with you, Michael. Thank you so much for sharing your beliefs. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, collective. The more that this message is coming through, the more I'm starting to realize that you scared yourself into believing that you're not worthy. The more I'm channeling this message, I feel like there is a deep fear of being seen, of being loved appropriately, right? Of being heard, and something is done when your voice is being heard. Like, there's this deep fear of what happens when you finally break through that wall. So really, it's not so much of a fear that you have these gifts, is that they will come into full fruition for you. And I'm telling you, collective, yeah, that can be a little bit scary. That can be different. But you really, really, beautiful soul, I really hope that I remind you of my grandmother. I hope that I remind you of me. I hope I remind you of how amazing you are. I hope that I remind you that you can live an intentional life, and that you are loved, and that you have the power to change the 3 feet in front of you, and that you are a part of a beautiful collective. Okay? Tap in. That's really here to usher in the new world order. Oh, yes. And the fact that I even said that with this King of Wands, yes, a lot of you are here to usher in the new world order. And I know that might be a little scary terminology for a lot of people, but let me tell you something, baby. Let me tell you something. These scary folk out here that's using all this demon work, they gonna fail. They gonna fail big time. They cannot sit with you. They don't understand that the throne that you are inheriting is only for your frequency. Tap in. Which leads me to this Queen of Cups energy. Now I want to take a moment, okay, and take a deep breath in. And I want you to recognize, first of all, if you are here for future telling, if you are here for a conversation about specific zodiac signs, baby, that's not me, okay? My name is Cass Young Crown. I'm an intuitive prophetic speaker, and I guide beautiful people just like you to live an intentional life through self-empowerment and spiritual awareness, baby, okay? Tap in. So this conversation is not going to be me sitting here talking about who's happening with what. No, I'm talking about speaking to you and speaking what's for you, okay? So if you're looking to see whether or not your baby daddy gonna get back with you, if you're looking to see whether or not your baby mama gonna get back, no, this is not that channel. This is not this conversation. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about what lives inside of you, living a life of intention, living a life that is powerful, and accepting that you have a throne to sit on if you choose to accept your assignment at that point in time. Tap in. That's why there's a treasure trove for you. There is something very beautiful when I speak about inheritance, when I speak about claiming what's yours. There's something extremely beautiful about recognizing that the money is the end result, the pathway to your crown, to your physical pentacle blessings. That's the end result of accepting the fact that you have a birthright to inherit. And a lot of y'all might be like, well, Cass, what if I don't know my family? What if I don't know anybody, anything about that part of my life? What if I'm not even spiritual? What if I don't believe in God? A lot of y'all are really asking me like that. And I'm going to tell you right now, baby, if you don't believe in God, believe in yourself. Believe that there's a part that is in fear of being seen for who you truly are, because you might be scared that the world will judge you and crucify you because of that. Tap in. No, baby. This is about me pouring into you during this birthright season. Tap in. And when I look at this Queen of Cups as compared to the King of Wands, the King of Wands is saying, hey, there is a seat for you. The Queen of Cups is saying, baby, 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 I know the secret to get there. And truly, truly the secret to get there is actually controlling your emotions. Oh, now notice that I didn't say, look, magician, control. I didn't say don't have emotions. I am a huge supporter of having emotions, expressing your emotions, and honoring that journey with your emotions. What I am not a huge fan of is that you react off of emotions in the immediate, and you do say and feel things that are not in alignment with the situation at hand, or that could be an internal issue instead of an external issue. Tap in. And I feel like the Queen of Cups is really saying that. Look, I'm looking at the Magician and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, putting down things that are too. Listen, you know what else I'm feeling, y'all? I'm feeling like a lot of y'all really tap in with this. I'm feeling like a lot of y'all, whew, y'all carrying too much of other people's shit. I don't know how else to say it. You're carrying too much of other people shit. Are you the person that everybody calls when there's some drama going on? Are you the person that everybody calls when they need money? Are you the person who everybody calls when somebody's acting up somewhere and they need you to get them in line? Are you the person that shows up to fix everybody else's problems? Tap in. Are you? Because when I'm looking at the 10 of Wands with the Magician, it's almost like people rely on you to fix everything for every reason. It's almost like people call you without pouring back into you, and they want you to pour into them. They want you to fix every single thing, collective. That's scary. That is scary. So when I go back into this King of Wands energy, it's like maybe the reason, besides like the fear of being seen, thank you, maybe the reason why it might be a little bit bumpy for you is because you keep having all of these detours, these side quests. Nisi, thank you so much. Keep having these side quests of fixing everybody else. Somebody testified and said it used to be like that. Listen, for a lot of people, it's still like that. And they might not even realize that they are in that cycle, that they keep rinsing and repeating. They keep telling themselves the intention, right? We're talking about living an intentional life. The intention is to say, no, I will not be available for people during their drama-filled, crash out. I won't do that anymore. But when it comes to and they might say, okay, well, why? Because it's too much on me. But when it comes to the action, big emperor energy. When it comes to the action, then the collective be like, oh, well, I felt sorry for them. Now we're going back to this emotion. I felt sorry for them. It seemed like they really needed my help. Did they? Or do you feel needed and wanted? And that validates you. I told you, collective, I'm going, a lot of y'all might not like me after this. A lot of y'all might be like, girl, you don't know what you're talking about. No, I do. I've been in hospice for over 10 years as a hospice social worker. I have sat down with many of people who have reflected on their lives, whether they were 100 years old, 90, 87, don't matter. Okay. And a lot of times, collective, you are very observant. A lot of times, collective, I have seen family members come in and want the person that's on their deathbed. They want that person to still show up for the people that's living. Collective, I'm not playing. When I talk about living an intentional life, some people never get out of the cycle of carrying the 10 of Wands and making moves for other people. Never. Literally to their last breath. And when I speak to those people who are on their last breath, collective, they will take, don't be like me. Get your people in control now. Say no. Say yes to yourself, say no to them, because it's a never-ending cycle. And so I'm telling you, collective, if you are somebody that carries everybody's burdens, if you are somebody that fixes everything for everyone, if you are that person, it's time for you to drop it. It's time for you to drop it. And a lot of that walking into your throne is you putting on your big girl panties, putting on your big boy drawers, and telling everybody, look, y'all got some issues that I can't solve, and I don't care to solve them. If you have a problem, please go seek out therapy, go seek out God, pray, and find solutions on YouTube with the certified doctors that's on there. Why do people keep coming to you to solve their issues and they end up in the same cycles over and over again? I know that y'all know these people who you help. You done gave money to them. You done showed up when they was getting their ass beat. Oh, tap in. I'm telling you, you done showed up when they was getting their ass beat. Help people move out of homes. Tap in, messing up your knees, messing up your shoulders, okay? Taking your day off time, taking PTO to help people get out of pickles, and they end up in the same situation you just helped them out of, collective. I'm trying to tell you. Now, listen, now I'm listening. Now I'm getting pissed. Because collective, you will sit here and tell yourself, oh, I'm not ready to move, or I'm not ready to accept that level of responsibility, but you taking on other people's responsibility. You taking on other people's responsibility as it's your own. As you lay down and had them kids. Like you lay down and got that mortgage. Like you lay down and worked 50-11 jobs. Like you lay down and allow somebody to walk all over you. Like, no. No, you're dealing with your own fuck ups. Excuse my language. You are recovering from every time that you didn't listen to your intuition. You didn't listen to your heart. You recovering from that. You recovering from spiritual warfare. You recovering from the fact that your family keep beating down your door, sometimes beating on you. Tap in. You recovering from your own journey. And I'll be damned if you keep showing up for other people who don't even want to show up for themselves. Collected, I just when I started out this message, collective, I'm like, I think I said, I don't even know where this conversation about to go. And I feel like this conversation is going exactly where it needs to go. And it's telling you to pick up your bag and dip out of there, out of whatever there is, whether it's an energy, whether it's an environment, whether it's you got to dip up out of there. And I'm sure as I continue on with this conversation, we're going to see people that's going to come up trying to talk about, when maybe you should just give it another chance. No, you're not going to be gaslit into giving up you for somebody else to live a life that they don't even want for themselves. Ooh, tap in. You're not going to give up you. You're not going to give up you. Everything that you work hard for. I don't care if you work hard for a bowl of noodles. I'll be damned if somebody who you've given every single bowl of noodles that you had to them, and all they do is take a shit on your stoop. Ooh. Talking about, here go your noodles back. Because they don't care about you. Because their intention was to always shit on you. Their intention was to always make sure that they handed you their ass to kiss. And I'm telling the collective right now, no, it's not going to happen no more, baby. They got the game completely messed up. Who, in fact, do they think they are? Oh, they must not know the power that you have. See, you've been playing too nice. You've been playing too nice, collective. Really? Because you know what? When you play nice, I think a part of that collective is that you try to keep the peace. You don't want the kerfuffle to come up. You don't want the fights to happen. I'm telling you right now, let the fights happen. It ain't got nothing to do with you. You must fight amongst yourselves to figure out who gonna take the biggest shit on whose stoop. Not mine. I'm putting all y'all crap down. You could deal with it on your own. I'm going to live a life that is intentionally mine. And when you live a life in alignment that you set up intentionally, collective, my God, today, when you set up a life that is intentionally yours, not only do the blessings flow in for your crown, not only do you have a sense of peace, not only do you know how to build, but baby, that connection that you feel next to God, with God, is on another freaking level, baby. I didn't say you don't help people. Tap in. I didn't say you don't help people. That's not even what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that intention matters. And when you've given yourself so much room to save other people and they don't have the same intentions for you, you are living out of alignment. You're not asking people to kiss your behind. You're just asking for respect. You're asking for the same thought to go into what you gave them back. It don't even got to be the same thing. Just respect me. But people don't respect you because you've given them too much. And they believe that they are, what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? They are deserving of it. Is that the word I'm looking for? Entitlement. Tap in. That's the word. They believe that they are entitled to it. They believe that they are entitled for you to show up for them. Ooh. They believe that they are entitled to all of your energy, all of your time, all of your money, all of your emotional labor without giving anything in freaking return. And I'm telling you today, collective, as we are in the second day of our birthright season, it's a hell no, dog. It's a no for me, dog. Tap in. It's a no for me. That's the point. Girl. That's the point. Looking at this magician energy. Yeah, you work miracles already. I don't even know how in the world you don't believe that you're ready for your next level, collective. This is how I know that you be bullshitting yourself, collective. How you don't believe that you're ready for your next level that's about to give you everything that you pray for and more. Okay, how you don't believe that, but everybody else is using the same energy, the same skills, the same healing abilities that you given to them. They using that for the empire you supposed to be building. That's why I say you got to get out of this mindset. Yeah, girl, they done said worse. I done seen worse in this chat. Okay. Ain't nothing but a troll. And see the point of that. Ooh, wee. I'm trying to tell you, I feel like I just got the ball rolling in somebody's head. I feel like I got the ball rolling somebody here. Somebody right now is saying to themselves, not even saying it out loud. Not even saying out loud. It is a little voice. It might be kind of embedded. And it is not coming out, but it's true. A lot of y'all are saying, Cass, it's too painful for me to move out of what you're telling me to move out of. Because if I stop helping them, then I gotta really focus on myself. And if I focus on myself, then I gotta deal with this pain that I've been living with for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40. Yes, you do. You talking about I gotta deal with myself, but you hate when other people use you to deal with their demons. Deal with your own. Yes, you do. I said what I said. Yes, it's going to be ugly. Yes, it's going to be a fight. Yes, you're going to want to hide underneath your blanket. Yes, you're not going to want to come outside. And you got to work through all of that. You got to fight through all of that to make sure you take care of you. This is the intention that you are setting. And when you set a road for intentional living, you start to become more in alignment. Tap in collective. Talking about, oh, it's too painful. It hurts. I'm dealing with childhood trauma and I'm dealing with the people that hurt. Yes, you are. So you'd rather be a ball of angst. Thank you. You'd rather be a ball of angst and pimp yourself out. I said it. Fight your mama. You'd rather be a ball of angst and pimp yourself out to the highest familial bidder, who is whoever comes to you and tells you, come fix my problem, instead of dealing with the internal version of you that has been stuck. Fight your mama. You got me messed up over here. If you think that I'm going to allow you to think that lowly of yourself, that you think I'm going to allow you to sit in fear because you rather give yourself away, you rather pop it open. You rather spiritually pop it open for people who truly hate you than to work on yourself. You came to the wrong place. You think I'm going to just let that slide. Nope. You got the whole game messed up. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it sucks. Yes, you're going to cry. Yes, you're going to ask yourself, why did I start this? And I'm telling you right now, you started this process because the end goal is to not only heal in this journey, but claim what is rightfully yours. It's not a mystery. It's not this far off concept. You walking around here with a bitter face. And you talking about I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. No, you're not. No, you're not. I will never listen to somebody talking about WTF history, girl. Go home to your mama. How is it not true? How is it not true when people really do ignore themselves and don't go seek help to heal themselves? A lot of people seek to heal themselves through religion, through spirituality. Or sometimes they completely say all of that is what got me here in the first place. And I'm just going to start out by waking up in the morning and taking a shower. I don't care what your step is. Your step better not be in the wrong direction, helping people who hate you. Coming in my chat with that. People out here dealing with the real. People out here really keeping themselves in a box because they scared to feel the pain. They scared to relive that. Whatever that is. The fact of the matter, collective, is that all of it sucks. All of it is just an experience. This is bigger than you, though. I keep telling you. Paula, do I keep telling them it's bigger than you? These crazy people, these demons, these devils out here, they got full-blown ritual, blood sacrifice rituals, sexual rituals, infidelity ritual, all types of stuff that is so anti-God, so anti-holy, to usher in a new world order to spiritually control you. Tap in. And I'm telling you right now that an intentional life prepares you to usher in your new world order. That's why, collective. Okay, listen, tap in. You see how the fear of November 1st, and whether or not you in the United States, I'm gonna put you on. This government is shit. Okay, it's trash. And so y'all's president, okay, decided to not only shut down the government, Haiti nice, but also stop the flow of SNAP benefits. Tap in. And at first you had people outraged. How could he do this? What is going on? What about the elderly? What about the disabled? What about that? But then, collective, tap in. I'm talking about the new world order here, bitch. Then you started to see the real collective, those who are truly sitting in their power, those who understand the grand plan. You started to see them usher in a new form of new world order. They said, okay, cool. I seen Keith Lee the other day. Keith Lee is a food reviewer on TikTok. He got a couple, videos that hit trillions of views. And he said, okay, damn the food stamps. I'm calling out the brands. If you've ever dropped or ever supported me or ever had a brand deal, I want the brands to drop in this chat right now who you giving food to. Let's see who show up. Oh, now we calling people to the carpet, baby. Let's see who show up. I'm looking at his chat. I'm talking about freaking Bisco and Disco and that. I mean, so many brands dropped in and said, okay, we feed folks. What you need? I'm donating this, donating that. What's going on? I'm seeing people hold old school house parties talking about we feeding the community. $10 to enter. We're going to feed our own community. I'm talking about entering and ushering a new world order for those who haven't even gotten to the point of they lowest shit. They ain't even the lowest. They still trying to walk up to the lowest point of their lives. Whew. Get out of here with that. Listen, just because your mama went on the corner and got on her knees every night to feed you, don't mean everybody else trying to do that. Go home and talk to your mama. Okay? Go home and talk to your mama about that. I'm talking about ushering a new world order. He's talking about a job. The only job that you got going on right now is getting right with God, hope. Don't play with me. I'm talking to the collective. I'm trying to remove that fence that the collective got in them right now. I'm trying to remove that so they understand just how powerful and beautiful they are. Tap in. Whew. All right, y'all. Y'all know that we growing. Y'all know when we see the trolls like that, that's how you know we growing, collective. Tap in. Whew. My goodness. That pain is what the collective is trying to run away from. No. That pain is your story. I know, right? Hold on, Leslie. Leslie, are you staying? While I'm at it. That pain is a beast. It is a beast that can be tamed. It is not one that needs to be silenced. Your pain is a part of you, but you can transmute that. Thank you. You can transmute that. Totally transmuted. And it starts to show in the natural, baby. It starts to show in the natural. And the more I'm looking, like the more I'm channeling this message, the more I'm going into this and I'm like, whoa, these cycles of pain, this cycle of fear. Whoa. This cycle of I can't do it. The collective is really that I can't do it. This cycle, it is debilitating. It is debilitating. Y'all know one time I was driving with my homegirl, right? We driving along. I think we stopping in the CVS, as a matter of fact. And my homegirl had been thinking for a long. She had never got her driver's license before. She's like, I need to get my driver's license because I just want to know how to drive. If something go down, I want to be able to drive a getaway car. That's what she was at. Okay, girl, listen. And I asked her, well, why don't you just go get your driver's license? I mean, I got a car right here. Get your driver's license. What's good? And she kept saying, I just can't. I can't get behind. It just seems so complicated. It just seems like so much. I can't understand how the foot go to the gas and the pedal. Like she just couldn't. She just couldn't. And I'm just like, girl, when you get behind the wheel and you have the proper instructions, you can drive. Most people start out in the parking lot, then they graduate to a street, and then they go to a highway. Unlike me, the way I learned how to drive was in the military. My sergeant was like, here go the keys, here go a wheel. If you crash my car, I'm going to discharge you. That's how I learned pretty much. It was a Porsche, by the way. That's how I learned. Okay. So the first time I got on the highway, I didn't understand the ramp. I didn't understand none of that. I just took off. And okay, I lived to tell the tale. Okay. Listen. But my point is that she kept telling us, I can't do this. The cycle. Think about it. And I know it's simple. And I know you're like, well, past highs are like trauma, childhood trauma. That ain't got nothing to do with me. No, baby, it does. Because it goes to the mindset of saying that you want something, but the actions behind what you want don't align. She's telling me I want to drive because if something happens, I need to know how to operate a vehicle and legally drive it on the road. But then she's telling herself, I can't do it. I can't, because it seems so complicated. She never got her driver's license. And so the next time she brought it up, I said, don't bring it up to me again. Don't ever say nothing to me again about that. I'm not holding that for you. Every time you say, oh, I want to get my driver's license, I'm getting excited. Like, okay, girl, listen, I got your back. Whatever you need, what you got going on. Now, listen, you can use my car for the driver's test. I don't care. I got insurance. What's going on? Like, this is for what? Like, girl, power, bitch, okay? She never got it. We going on 15 years later. Never got it. 15 years. Judge Mathis went from jail to judge in 15 years. And she never got her driver's license. The moral of that story is that even when you have the intent of wanting, hi, Mrs. Wyatt, of wanting to do something, if you don't have the why behind it, it's null and void. And if you don't put the action behind it, it is null and void. And the action that you take can sometimes be just you talking yourself out of getting something that is a goal of yours, that means something to you. Where the universe, God, the source, however you identify, I say God. Where God is like, I see my child trying. Let me open up this pathway. Let me make this work for you. Even when you think you don't have a way, there is a way. A way will be made. Can I tell y'all something? I was doom scrolling the other day. I'm working on it, y'all. I got my doom scrolling down to 45 minutes instead of 2 hours, okay? And I saw this beautiful couple who used to live out in tents outside, okay? And they were talking about how they used to clean up, how their tent used to flood during snowstorms and things like that. Just very harsh type of living. They had to sleep on 3 mats each, yoga mats each, so they wouldn't live on the hard floor, and how they only had one pan to cook everything. So they had to keep cleaning the pan over and over again to make a meal to eat. It was just like, wow, God bless this couple. Like, not only did they stick together, but they stuck together in some of the harshest, like spiritually trying times. Not having a home is trying. It is a lot. It's a lot on the mind. You never feel safe. It's a lot on the spirit because you don't have a place to kind of rest your energy. It's a lot. Tap in. And they gave an update where they finally found a place to live. And they were just saying all the things that they were grateful. They are grateful that, they had walls to touch. Instead of having one burner, they have two. Now they're able to use pots and pans. Instead of sleeping on the mat, they're able to sleep in the bed. Tap in. It was really just like the journey. But you thought that they walked that journey without acknowledging the pain? You think that they just woke up and was like, okay, cool, we're not homeless anymore, and they don't go back to when they were? It's a part of their story. Those are people who said we can and we will, as opposed to saying I want to, but I can't. And that's what I'm saying with the collective, baby. That's what I'm telling you. Damn these cards right now. Let me just channel this message very deeply for you, collective. We know that our words have significant power. It's one of the greatest tools that we have in our spiritual toolbox is our voice. Another great tool that we have is our pen. Another great tool that we have is our spiritual armor, our armor of God. But when we go back to those words and we tell ourselves internally and externally that we will allow people to utilize our sacred services. Tap in if you've heard me say that before. Utilize our sacred services. God, let this message channel correctly. When we allow people to use our sacred services and all we get on our front step is shit, we are telling ourselves internally that we are unworthy. Oh my God, today. We are telling ourselves that we are unworthy. When we tell ourselves the pain is too much to deal with, it's overwhelming, I can't, we are signaling to ourselves and to the universe that we won't even give ourselves the proper chance to address the underlying causes of not being able to move forward, my God, today. Collective. Ooh. Collective. When I see that absence of loving yourself, because when you tell yourself you can't, it's a form of not loving yourself. It's the opposite of self-love. It's actually a form of self-degradation, right? Tap in. Ooh, collective. Collective. Are y'all with me on this conversation? Are y'all feeling me on this conversation on this? My God, today, this beautiful Sunday. Are you feeling me? When we tell ourselves we can't, it's a form of self-degradation. It's a form of saying that we don't even believe in ourselves. But you want to ask God to give you all these things that you are telling that you can't even handle yourself because you don't even believe in yourself. Arthur said, believe in yourself. And that's the place to start. And even if you like, no, like, okay, I'm having a hard time coming to terms with believing in myself. Give it to God. God, I'm having a hard time believing in myself. Help me remove this. Help me find a therapist that will allow me to go along my way to help me heal. Lead me in the direction to the right people, to the right resources. We be acting like we got to be perfect to go to God. We got to act like that everything in our life got to line up appropriately to go to God. What? No, sir, no, ma'am. Collective. What I am saying to you is that what is yours to claim first starts off with claiming your truth. And we miss that step so many times because we psych ourselves out from the small points of life that hurt the most. You got to face that. You got to face that fucking fear today. I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about saying it right now. I'm talking about, I don't care if you got to pause this video. I don't care if you got to come out of it. I need you to go and look at yourself in the mirror. I need you to turn on your phone recording. I need you to go into your prayers. I need you to take a moment and say, God, I am not doing good with this. Help. Help. Now. Ooh, I'm not even done to read yet. But this is so much about what's happening inside of you and those points of reference that keeps you away from the ultimate claiming of who you are. Do you know who you are? Tap in. Serious question. Do you know who you are? Do you know what you bring to the world? Do you know how special you are? Do you know the reason why you keep ending up in spiritual warfare is because you got actual entities that's preying on your downfall because they can see how amazing you are? Do you know? Are we aware? Because some of you might not actually be aware of how amazing and powerful you are. Some of y'all might be harboring thoughts that your parents laid upon you. Oh, you ain't nothing special. Some of y'all still harboring this mindset that the mean girls in high school or elementary school said, oh, you ain't all that. You might still be harboring things that your ex-husband, ex-boyfriend, ex-wife, ex-girlfriend told you that you were not enough. Some of y'all still harboring all of that. And I need you to recognize that's not your voice, baby. That's not yours. That's not yours to carry. No, they weren't enough. No, they didn't show up. They were inadequate. This is not a you problem. That is a them problem. Huh? Tap in. Are we here with one another? Okay. Recognize that some of the limiting beliefs and self-hate thoughts that you have actually collected in somebody else's thoughts and words are not yours. But you've been carrying them as if it was yours. No, not today. We're dropping it. It's got to go. All that in the bag of chips, they don't even know that. 1441 is what I see. Let me dig into this Emperor energy, although I just did. I actually dug into this Emperor energy. But the fact of the matter is that collective, you know you the bomb. But some of y'all are coming into your journey. Some of y'all have fell back in your journey. Some of y'all came upon people that you was comparing yourself to because that internal pain told you to. And so you've been trying to catch up, living with the Joneses, not even knowing that the Joneses over there doing straight blood sacrifices in the name of some demonic entity in their backyard. Okay? You over here trying to live a righteous life and they over here doing the most. Tap in. I'm not saying you got to take on your pain all at one time. I'm not saying you got to do that. But what I am saying is you got to start somewhere. And there is no reason on the face of this planet why you have to solve everybody else's pain points and not solve your own. That's what I'm saying. All that was to say that. Okay? All that was to say that. Ooh, tap in. Oh my gosh. What else is coming to the collective? What else is coming to the collective? Please type of one in the chat if you feel what I'm saying. Type of one in the chat if you still here. Woo-wee, that just came out. A friend's opinion just fell on the floor. Literally, it says a friend's opinion. Let me grab it, y'all. Don't be looking down my shirt, okay? I know how some of y'all are. Literally, look, and it fell in reverse. A friend's opinion just fell. Okay, that's the heifer that got a problem with you. A friend's opinion just took a nosedive. Listen, my words has come to y'all and kind of shook you up just a little bit where you like, okay, Cass, bitch, I feel what you're saying. Who keeps running to me? Who keeps laying stuff on me? A friend. Somebody who you consider a friend. Opening up their mouth. Coming to you. Woo-wee. And I see your soul destiny. Listen, don't tell me about no damn destiny swap right now. Don't tell me about no damn destiny swap right here. Look, other people's perspective. I'm telling you, collective, I know I'm saying. So when I say that some of y'all are trying to connect or trying to get validation, I'm not trying to be mean. I want you to understand where a lot of your pain points, a lot of your self-stifle is coming into play. And a lot of times we don't even know that we keep going into these cycles because we don't address that part. Tap in. Looking at others' perspective with your soul destiny. I'm telling you, a lot of people already know who you are spiritually. They already know the backing that you come with. They already know that you have the right to claim your throne. And I swear, every time I say this, I'll get an email. It never fails. It never fails, Paula. It never fails, Emery. It never fails, Kelly. It never fails. I always get somebody emailing me. I don't know why my cousin, brother, mother, sister, I don't know why my friends hate on me. I don't have much. You think they care about your clothes? You think they care about the way you wear your hair? It is what is within you. I always say it's in you, not on you. That's what they want. They want to grab onto that. How can I get some of that sauce? Who collective? A friend's opinion in reverse. I'll get the heck up out of here. Other people's perspective. Look, sacrifice. Oh, baby, see it. What was that? I think that was in The Mask when the cop had came and he was like, "Ipkiss, freeze!" Now I'm dating myself for real. Tap in, Ipkiss, freeze, and then he let off the shot, and the mask was like, ooh, ee. Was that the mask, y'all? Girl, don't get me started on no damn sacrifice. You know what they trying to say? They sacrificing themselves to try to be like you. I'm trying to tell you, y'all, these people that have so much to say about who you are, collective. Yes, the fro has got to shake. Okay, it's a part of the crown. Okay. The fro has got to shake this magic up, okay, baby? I need you to sit in your divine feminine, divine masculine power for this. I need you to sit in your throne for this. And if you ain't sitting in your walking, baby, walk like you got some pep in your step, because I'm about to tell you right now. You think people only judge you? Yes, I said judge. You think they only judge you because of what you're wearing? The crown is shining bright from within you, baby. It's because they know what you are attracting. Look, my heart went all over the place. They know what you are attracting. They know what you are capable of. They know the looks that you get when you outside. They know how much you are worth. They know the bloodline. I just talked about the bloodline when I was breaking down on Layla Ali and Clarissa Shields yesterday. People got a problem with your bloodline. People coming into contact with you that you never met a day in your life and they hate you automatically. Baby, that's a bloodline spirit that they trying to attach themselves to you to get you off track. Tap selected. Spiritual awareness here, baby. I want you to have spiritual awareness for yourself, and I want you to have spiritual awareness for other people around you. Ooh, my palm itching. Dollar sign, cast crowned. My palm itching. This is realer than real deal Holyfield. Break free of this. Girl, not to break free. Ray J had a song, yes, Brandy's brother, had a song back in the day. Can't do nothing better, so let it go. Everybody's out on the floor, don't you know? That was my jam. He did that song. You got to let it go. And if these are people that you don't know, you cannot concern yourself with what they think about you. What they think about you is none of your business. Ain't none of your business. Whew. What y'all saying? Tap in, break free of this. Couldn't have said it better myself. Your soul destiny sacrifice. Girl, please. Anybody soul swapping with these people? You know what I got a thing with destiny swapping in the first place. Because in order to destiny swap, it's got to be an agreement in the first place. And if you think you're going to do some ritual against me, the destiny swap, girl, I got so many issues with this. If you think you're going to do a ritual against me, the destiny swap, you must think that my ancestors are a bunch of punk bitches. Girl, you're going to get called out at the door and end up on the floor. Girl, they think this is. Whew. Now, what these two cards say, relating to, look, grounded. Grounded. Some of y'all might actually feel a lot better. Some of y'all might actually feel a lot better since I'm telling you this. Collective, they ain't got shit on you. Yeah. And I feel like these people that keep showing up, keep asking you questions, these people that keep trying to tap into you, asking you to show up for them when they wouldn't give you a pot to piss in. I feel like them people, they know who you are, but they don't know. Because how you about to show up is about to be, baby, once you release this, once this gets away from you, once you recognize that you have to break through this brick wall of pain, once you realize that it's always been you with the power, whew, they ain't gonna know what to do. They actually probably losing their shit right now. You ain't supposed to be listening to me. You're supposed to be listening to them, okay? Because they the all knowing, all seeing. They know what's best for your life, right? Meanwhile, they life in shambles. I want you to think every single time you thought about doing something that was like a little bit different, collective, okay? Every time you thought about breaking free. Every time you thought about doing something that was just totally out of the norm for your circle, for your collective, for your immediate, right? How many people bet against you? How many people try to talk you out of it? How many people became fear-based instead of saying like, okay, this is what you want to do. This is how I can be a support. Unless you were like really bugging. Now, if you're my friend and you come to me and you tell me some crazy stuff that's literally going to put your life in danger, I just thought of an idea. For members. Tap in. I might actually, can I go in here and make this a members only while I'm still live? Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Because I want to tell y'all a story where I had to break confidentiality. I had to break confidentiality on one of my best friends of over 20 years because she was about to do something that put her life in danger, girl. Okay, no, I can't do it anymore. put her life in danger, seriously. And I had to call her mama. Girl, I had to call her mama. What she was about to do was literally akin to trafficking herself. I said, no, ma'am. Now listen, when it comes to something like that, I'm snitching. I'm snitching. Yes, I called her mama. Okay. But that wasn't out of fear. That was out of, saving her life, literally. Saving her life because she had the rose-colored glasses on. I said, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about hating hoes in the back. I'm talking about hating hoes in the back that see that you're trying to do something different with your life and want to be like, oh, well, no, maybe you shouldn't do that because I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that because, girl, it's just too much going on out here. You know, I got so many stories, y'all. My clients give me so many examples on these types of situations where generations will come down on someone that's deciding to take control of their lives at the age that they wish they would have. Or friends have like this clique and somebody's thinking about doing a move that's outside of what the clique would do. And so now the clique is trying to bully the one person to not do or follow their dreams. Tap in, collective. Spiritual awareness means that you see this shit coming. Or even if you don't see it coming and it's at your front door, you know what to do. You know how to handle it. Tap in. Whew. Maybe one day I'll save that for another conversation, or I'll do that as a members only. Okay. Collective. Let's do one more before I dip up out of here. Because ultimately, as I validate this channeled message, ultimately, what I'm feeling like is that you know this crown that you need to put on. You know what you have to wear. You know what you have to do. You know this path very well. You've walked this path and always got stopped right before you hit that major breakthrough. Oh, because then we just go through breakthrough season last month. You always get right to the point where you're about to hit that breakthrough. You always retreat. Tap in, collect. I'm telling you, stop it. Stop it. No more. No more. Know that a lot of your reaction might be emotional. A lot of your reaction might be embedded in you because other people's thoughts have infiltrated your mind. And you thinking this is your own mindset, and it's not. Because people, since you was a young kid, since you was a baby, people have always come up to you and placed their self-doubts onto you. Collective. Tap in. My God, today. Ooh-wee. And can't nobody tell me where in the Bible it say that. Everybody come up in here and listen, baby. Can't nobody ever in their entire life come to me with thorough documentation and say that this is witchcraft. Not motivational speaking. Oh, hide your wife, hide your kids. Not intentional living. Oh, hide your wife, hide your kids. Not living a life of love. Hide your wife, hide your kids. Not me telling you to go pray. Hide your wife, hide your kids. And I literally said earlier that many of you are coming off the heels of religious trauma. A lot of that tiny voice in your head and in your heart is coming off the back of religious and spiritual trauma. And we see it when they come into this chat, not knowing what they're talking about. This is motivational. This is self-love and self-care. And if I choose to use these as a springboard to go deeper into a message and conversation, that's not divination. I ain't telling you what's going to happen in the future. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. I tell you. Ooh, what you want to say? Yup. Ooh, friendship, addiction, loneliness. Ooh, collective. Friendship, addiction, loneliness. I'm telling you. Okay. Validation, clarity, set. Bitch. Let me adjust myself, okay? Y'all gonna see all this, y'all gonna see all this womanhood. I don't care. Listen. Woo. The obsession with you is real. This is not about how you see yourself. I just talked about that. I spent the whole hour of pouring into you about how you should see yourself and how you can see yourself. I'm talking about an outsider's perspective, a friend's opinion, somebody that you consider a friend. Some of y'all consider your mama's your friend. Some of y'all consider your brother's your friend. This is a friend's opinion. And they keep bringing you trash. Hi, Raina. They keep bringing you trash. They keep giving you their ass to kiss. Collective. A part of their addiction in seeing you, fixation, preoccupation, mania. A part of their behavior, collective, tap in, let's talk about this spiritual warfare, is that they begin to see you flourish. And as soon as they see you flourish, they got to sabotage you. They sabotage you emotionally so that you stay attached, because there is an addiction to not being lonely. People scared to be lonely. People scared to be alone, not lonely. And you are the only one that provides this friend. Oh, tap in. I don't know who message I'm channeling right now. I don't know who energy just hit this right now. But you need to see this message, because the illusion is about to get busted through using your throat chakra. I said, speak up. They say, speak now, forever hold your peace. No, we speaking now and we holding peace. Collective. It ain't no and or. Ain't no or situation. Speak now, forever hold your peace. No, we speaking now to create peace. And whoever this friend is that has an addiction to you, in your spirit, and your energy, and your ability to heal and solve problems, when you decide to break free of this, when you decide to step out of all relationships that are holding you back, no matter who it is, they're going to have to face the fact that they're lonely. And they're lonely because they're bad freaking people. Tap in. Hey, Coco. I see you, boo-boo. What's wrong? Oh, you doing your little trick. You're doing your little trick, boo-boo. Come on. Ugh. Oh, hi, boo-boo. That's the other trick you want to show people? Girl, go to bed. Go to bed. I'm over here giving a message. You over here wanting your belly rub. Girl, go to bed. Y'all, get y'all dog niece. Get y'all dog niece. I gotta scratch my nose like this. All right. You speaking. Here we go, collective. I'm back on track, okay? You speaking. Speaking up for yourself, what I mean. You using your voice as a form of communication. What did I say? I said voice. I did not say text message. I did not say email. I said your voice, right? using your voice to communicate with this person who is a straight up asshole because they've been using you for your sacred services this whole time, while also shitting on your front step because they don't respect you, collective, when you open up your mouth and say, you do not create a safe space for me to land, collective, you are going to bust down the illusion that you two are equals. At all. That's actually what's about to show up, collective. I need you to tap into this final conversation, this final message that I had before I disconnect from this here at collective. There are a lot of people who want you to believe that you two are equally yoked, that you two are equal, that you're on the same path. But I'm telling you right now, this friend with their fake ass perception of life, collective, this person is completely delusional because they think they are better than you. They think they have more power than you. They think because you haven't seen the full glory of your beauty that they can do and say whatever and manipulate you, especially emotionally. And collective, I'm here to tell you that as soon as you open up your mouth and say, hold up, homie, what you got going on don't sit right with me and I don't like it. Or as soon as you say, hey, I'm packing my bags and I'm going across the country. Or as soon as you say, hey, I'm going back to school to get my doctorate, my master's, my associate's degree. You could be going back to school to learn how to write a book, okay, taking a writer's course for the weekend. The heifer gonna start spinning. How dare you work on yourself? Tap in. How dare you improve your life? Tap in. Collective. It don't matter what you do. As soon as you open up your mouth and say something, you are going to break all illusions where this person thinks and believes and lives their life as if they are one-upping you on everything that you do. There are people who actually live like that, who keep you around just to make themselves feel like they are superior. Tap in. Am I lying or am I flying, collective? Let me know if you've ever ran into somebody like that before. Even if it's not in your own life, even if you've seen the writing on the walls of another dynamic, type a 2 in the chat. Type a 2 in the chat. The only way that this is going to be exposed is if you say something. If it's sitting on your heart, if it's activating you on the inside, if it's rumbling up, if that King of Wands is showing up for you, and you like, wait a minute now, this is sparking something up in me. I gotta say something. Open up your mouth and say what you need to say, and watch how that person reacts. It's a fake ass friend. This is somebody who does not like you, collective. This is somebody who gets off on your failures. This is somebody who gets off on the fact that you are staying in the same cycle, that you don't believe in yourself. This is somebody who gets off on you crying because you don't know how to face your fears and heal yourself. Tap in. Hello. Welcome. This is really a sick person. This is a demon walking amongst you. It's been a real good cloaker. They have been hiding in plain sight right in front of you, collective. And I'm telling you right now, the way I'm using my voice, y'all remember, tap in. I'm going to cite a source. The Martin Lawrence Show. If y'all remember the episode, if you never watched it, I'm going to tell you to watch it. If y'all remember the episode where what's his name? Biggie Smalls was on there, right? And everybody was competing to be on Martin's show with Biggie Smalls to be the next backup singer or backup dancer, whatever it was, for Biggie Smalls to go on tour. And Gina had came out in her little outfit, dancing and singing and cleaning up, talking about, listen, okay, this is my normal outfit. I'm just here, humming. She's humming and cleaning stuff. And Biggie, like, you got a real nice voice. Pam walk in, who was my favorite, by the way, tap in. Pam walk in, looking fine in the mud. And she like, oh, I just here, to see what's going on with my girl, Gina. Okay. And Pam busts out with one of the smoothest, coldest, heartfelt, Gina, what's up? Oh, Gina. Yeah, tap in. What Gina hating ass do? I said, what Gina do? Call her Mariah Scary or something like that? Tap in. I know the young bucks don't know what I'm talking about, but the OGs know exactly what I'm talking about. Gina tried to embarrass her friend in front of Biggie Smalls, in front of one of the hip hop's goats, who was the it man at the time. Better yet, using Martin as a source. That's right, citing my sources. When Gina fumbled a campaign for Carl Kanai draws, and Pam got the campaign. Gina was a head hoe in the front. She wasn't even in the back. So when I say it's somebody that could be close to you and you never saw that and saw them in that light before, and you start speaking up for yourself, and you start saying things, your hopes, your dreams, what you want to work towards, and you start to see that person shape shift right in front of your very eyes, that person is possessed by the jealousy spirit. The Clarissa spirit is what I named it yesterday. Uncle Charles, we've been missing you since 99. Miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. The illusion will be broken that this person has any type of control over how you live your life at this point. And collective, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you ever had to deal with this. I'm sorry this is a part of your life. Yes, the Clarissa spirit. Somebody in the chat asked, you said the Clarissa spirit? Yes. So yesterday, I did a live stream. I'll clarify for you, hun, no problem. I did a live stream called Your Birthright Strikes fear in the heart of your enemies. And I took a situation between boxer, world champion boxer, Layla Ali and Clarissa Shields. And I went through a video that Layla Ali put out to dispel some rumors that Clarissa Shields had been putting out about the greatest women's boxing champion of all time, Layla Ali. And as we continue to unpack and see how Clarissa was presenting her hateful, jealous spirit in a very particular, nuanced way, I deemed it the Clarissa spirit. And so I'm referencing that today. The Clarissa spirit. No, it's not biblical. It's something that I utilize. I didn't hear anybody else that covered this topic. I actually haven't seen too many people cover this topic in the spiritual sector at all. But I have not seen anybody use her name as a way to deem a specific manifestation of a jealous spirit. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for asking, because other people might not have known it either. So I appreciate you asking. A hating ass hoe from the back. Whew, collective. I'm telling you. I keep seeing break free of this. And I'm going to leave off at this. I keep seeing break free of this. I'm seeing Maverick. I'm seeing rhythm. I'm seeing chaos. I'm seeing inner child. Ooh, ooh, the chaos of the inner child. And that's something I talked about. I talked about that earlier as I was breaking this down, as we were going deeper into this. You know what, Miss Graham? A lot of people aren't bothered, but you got to think a lot of people are. A lot of people truly are. And I don't think necessarily Layla Ali was bothered by it at the beginning. But when someone was looking to profit off of her name and question whether or not she earned everything that she did, she had to speak up. And I understand. But when I'm looking at this inner child in chaos, a lot of the unresolved issues, and inner child, it don't just mean like you as a baby. It just means when you were innocent and something broke that innocence. Miss Graham, can I just say this? And it's all love. I promise you this is coming from love. Miss Graham said, yes, they are, but I tell them just pray about it. You gotta think a lot of people are praying about it and they still have to deal with the real world. They still have to go out there and deal with the real world. They have to face trauma and fears and pain, and sometimes they cannot escape that. Real talk. I'm a big believer in prayer. I am a huge believer that prayer has the power to transmute and change. But when you are face to face with the people that have caused the greatest amount of harm to you, it physically does something to your spirit, your soul, and your body in real time. And you got to learn how to regulate that. That doesn't just come through prayer. That comes through actions. That comes through understanding. That comes through sometimes years and years and years of work with trained professionals. That's why, like, just praying is difficult to tell people that when they've prayed before, or when they don't understand why their prayers go unanswered and they're still being mishandled and mistreated in this world. That's a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people. That's hard advice for a lot of people to handle right now. And so while I truly believe, I have a whole course called Prayer Alchemy, while I truly believe that prayer changes not only who you are and gets you and connects you close to God, but it also opens up a huge, huge space for creation, creating a life. I'm also very diligent in understanding that many people have prayed and still saw the darkest of things happen to them. I want to be very realistic about that. Absolutely. And I want to be fair to people who are healing through, as I said earlier, spiritual and religious trauma. There are people who were beaten and told to pray. Tap in. There are people who were burned and told to pray. And so I'm very cognizant of those who are healing through those traumas and saying, like, prayer isn't the bad part. It's the trauma that you associate with prayer because you were harmed if you did not do that thing. You see what I'm saying? So if that's your answer, I know that the people that you tell that to, they appreciate that. But I have to absolutely be mindful that the people I'm speaking to are in various points of their lives and they come through different portals of healing. And saying, just pray about it, it can be a huge slap in the face. Some people need that action. Some people need to know what to do in that real time. So when their inner child is feeling chaotic and those old wounds and memories start to show up, I ask people to pray in private and restructure their mind, restructure their hearts to move away from the punishment that should not have fit such a beautiful, sacred act. But also, like, what can you do right now in real time? What can I provide for you in real time? The intention that you set is very important when you are looking to speak to certain people on platform. So I feel what you're saying, but also thank you. But also, I have to keep that in my heart, that when I'm sitting with people, both here and in the field as a hospice social worker with over 10 years of experience, actually now over 12 years of experience, that everybody ain't coming with that. Everybody's not coming with that. So that's why I wanted to address that, because yeah, I feel you, but everybody ain't there. And I just want to be mindful of that, because everybody's journey to healing is important. And I rebuke the F out of any horrible person that uses abuse to force people to pray. Sick fucks is actually what they are. Okay. Whew, I was about to go down another rabbit hole with that conversation, y'all. God was like, girl, don't do it. I just got the message that said, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's called shadow work because you go to sift through the hidden part. Yeah, of course. Of course. It's time to reign order out of chaos, collective. Chaos within you, which is preventing you from sitting on your throne, and chaos from the outside, from friends who don't like you, only using you for one reason. Hey, Coco. Collective, you are powerful. You are in a rhythm that's going to allow you to surpass where you thought your top was. You next level, baby. I keep saying that. You are next level. And I pray that this virtual hug that I'm giving you today allows you to see just how powerful you are, how beautiful you are, and that you can trust yourself to handle this journey. You can trust God to handle the journey as well when you are ready to. Because as I said before, some of you are just coming back after a long time away. This is the season of the birthright. And when I come on here, I never have anything planned. I never have a topic. Like when I pull the first card, when I open up my mouth, that is literally when the message comes out. I never know what I'm about to say. I never know what I'm about to say over here. So everything that I'm spitting to you is straight from the dome, straight from the soul, straight from the Holy Spirit. And I thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak love and life into you. It's a Sunday afternoon. You guys could be anywhere, and you chose to hang out with me. You chose to participate in the chat, and for that, I am grateful. I remember when I started live streaming, it was only 3 people in the chat, me and 2 phones I owned. And I'm so thankful that I have people that consistently show up to hear me speak and hug on me as I hug on you. Thank you. Why y'all laughing at me? That's the truth. You guys are amazing. I know there was a glitch in the system. That's okay. They ain't nothing but God telling me to get off of here. I got to run some errands. Before I get out of here, we are in the season of the birthright seed. That's what I wanted to say. And when I see, rebirth is sitting right here. When I see that there are opportunities to claim your gifts, reclaim who you are, trust in yourself, build a relationship with God, build a relationship with yourself, anything in between that leads to your healing, all while recognizing that, yes, we go through spiritual warfare. And I'm going to call it out just like I did here. Some of y'all need to get rid of this big ass frame. It also means that you set a path that opens up possibilities for you. After being in the industry of hospice for so long, after being in corporate America that drove me ragged, girl, corporate America whooped my behind. It was a lot of sacrifice for real. When I chose me, it was one of the hardest decisions I've ever made in my entire life. Because choosing me mean I had to let go, 3355, so I see in the chat, meant I had to let go of a system that supported me living for a long time. And I did that. I let go at one of the hardest times of my life. I moved out of the country. I left the country. And I lived out of the country for a long time. And I traveled the world. And throughout all of that, even being stuck overseas during COVID, which was like insane, I learned what it meant to build an intentional life. I learned what it meant to let go. I learned what it meant to trust, to build community. And all of that has led me here with you. And I am so thankful. I'm so thankful that I get to sit down here with you guys and speak about what could be going on within you and rattle that so that it comes out of you and you can truly live a life of purpose with your crown on. I will see you guys later on. I usually don't go live on Mondays, but you never know. I love you guys. I want you to stay focused. I want you to treat yourself today, even if it's to an ice cream cone. Get your ice cream on. I'm about to go bust down my husband's credit card at Ulta, okay? Because I need some new lipsticks. I just need to buy some stuff. So that's what I'm about to do. Okay. So if I come on here with some bright red lipstick, y'all know I got it from Ulta. I love you guys so much. I will see you on the next one. Bye.